Abusha, omo calling for Sir President Mahama and declare state of emergency. Ewo Galamsey so any illegal mining so omo ye hypocrite. The underlying word is hypocrite. Omo ye nyachon. Money ne di omo ye juma. These people are the downfall of our country. Omo ye fin nekti wo omo. I'm telling you gospel truth. Yes. Yes. Okay? Ye wo kruwe mu, right? Original chairman of the NPP, and for that matter, Kwamba for Abonye, Eba Bontin openly can say, ye to Galamsey wo ma memoir at a point, no omu presidency Galamsey site. Presidency Galamsey site. Kwamba for Abonye kai. Chema wunti timi koje a forest reserve. Or bien remu that was some boy. It 2 forest reserve ne say ni na over 5,000 over 500 500 hectares say ni na ama ne lands and natural resource minister Abuja po e ba bonti be kan say wonti mini akonta mines any mining list no mo de rasa forest no we had the president on the majority leader say chairman sabonsu e pass e lie see enura forest no mo yenku 2 forest reserves na yen say no li 2462 what is happening? Ye to Galamsey will chrome has say, and my professor from Pomboatin report, indicted or Kojo Ponkruma, the then Minister of Information, I'll be a Western Housing Minister, or indicted most of the MPs and the ministers in the then government were actively involved in illegal mining. Nobody ever called for the president, said, Omunfa and declare state of emergency. It took the NDC. The NDC and of course the president called a state of emergency on illegal mining. Ghana Water Company, a shate ne water plant 3, including Central Region Wadi. Including Central Region Wadi, omu dum water plant because no one to refining so ma at the check na neba. There was no water flowing. Man call on the president Akufo-Addo so declare state of emergency because custody and project. When they wine say Akufo-Addo so declare state of emergency on illegal mining, usuro. It does say we Ghana free from her, and I said, now the president has come 10 good months, 10 after 8 years of destruction. Mama Penny Mahama pressure so declare state of emergency on illegal mining. Such hypocrites, such evil, tormented people living with us in this country, calling themselves opinion leaders, one leaders. These are hypocrites. Found themselves around us. They are rather retrogressing this country with some utterances, verbal utterances. These are utterances. Yes, sir. You can't continue like this. It is evil, purely evil.
It's Uguswa a modern. Now back to the reason you are here. Yatise obodu. Yatise opase yetu bampeni Mahama. Ade boni be na ba.
Inye boni a efa omampeni Mahama huankasa efa dibia no.
Okay.
Tise odi kan kai na. Yemo bia ejuma from omampeni to that order. But Ghana mrasa shisha bibia pepe. To Article 51. There shall be a president of the 57. There shall be a president of the republic who will be head of state and the commander in chief. Back of 58, you exercise executive authority to do whatever it is. Oko 69, it is subtitle removal of the president, which means mbrano as of mining himself. President Bibeba bet me afum, and a president Bibeba not dream bet me. Ahana kakra na say yare na bibin 20 minutes adwuma e ba ne sa yenko 69 yen fa ne ntunu free ho na ye hwe Galamsey a ekoso ya ebinim ye demonstration ebinim ko radio interview ebinim ye conferences meso me lawyer and am ahwe mra ekuta no and am ehu say article 31 on emergency powers kire say Ghana ha bibi ebesi nipa kuo bi ana nipa bi pese oye bibi sa de na obey no anana mono betu no ebema ekrobi ekan kwa na ye die enko yia say declare state of emergency. That is, if an action by a person or group of persons seeks to threaten the life of a community, the essential life of a community, they must declare. E ensure asem na ye ka ho asem e asase a ye duasu enuba edididi e na ye ka ho asem nti if ensure ye nom ene ya asase ye duadua enuame oso na enuaba ye dua no obi anim say mercury na me scientist but scientists nika say mercury we e kwa asase ni mu a 50 years and beyond na was assassinating
the heavy metals.
And the heavy metals. Nti minu wa menu kase mini aba and 2025 for 50 years ka ho. 2075 and as a bibia kwa assassin ma be den assassin ho be yin no. Na se akola ya won nne a we 2 years 3 years. Me no de yanyin ye dom pemu ayeden ayeden. Akola 2 years a obenyin obedi menken bedi tomatoes ebedi kontomire ene ne body no system na yin odi 15 years no gina ha we say Ghana ni akola ya healthy e so akola ya mercury no gina ho no nti asam na ekoso no e asam kase and I mean fi say o man pani and declare state of emergency ema yem put a freeze. State of emergency is simply to put a freeze. No be able say hey sisi ado man pani akasa o waka ne ho o say ha obi kwabna takwa ha me system takwa nti minim sa nyoma wi o say ha yenko ha. State of emergency no specific areas Christian Council, Chief Imam Office, National Peace Council, CSOs obi akasa. So it's not the entire country. So takwa crown obey state of emergency ya takwa market. Takwa market be enkoso takwa market. People will go to market. But those particular areas that you need to place the emergency, people will know. Na yen freezy, na bibi enjai. 6 months, 7 months, obia who se bia bro. Na afino, and she said that why be okay, we no omo yen ye won bench you home because you hear gold, you know. This is what we are calling for. So that the state of emergency will freeze the activities. Number 2, I am very scary. Yefa apomodin krantonchen, kidney, knee, skin disease, ne deformities. Yefa nentonchen. Issues of rebellion. DR Congo. And then many about Oya Palana or DR Congo. When you still amokun.
Yes.
I was diamond ni gondo manema. Sana started
cutting people's hands.
You understand?
Long sleeve and short
sleeves. And it is the fight for resources. It is a Yama Galamsey for and the two started in your muye, nay and 2 more, they allow it. If it becomes bigger, it will get out of our hands. Which is very serious situation. And then I'm afford to me the drones. Air warfare. If we sit down and Galamseyers become sophisticated and now they acquire drones, they will not physically stand to fight our law enforcement agencies. They'll be fighting them with drones. It's a very important matter. Presidency on your state of emergency there. Maybe if you say the presidential oath now or swear to no or breachy because the oath says that I will dedicate myself to the service and well-being of the citizens of Ghana. If health calamity, a citizen ecosystem for ya mami we ubiati nka awula sewa. They are very angry and they simply say that we have existential threat. And what that simply means is that say entwa number 1 ochine bi no omani ekono yeah sisi ya timu no ye bebre but intima bebre more.
Before you continue, man penny say and yes declare nemum eno koye last resort say because say ye bibia na amfa na yakoho. Yeah, the state of emergency no aba on case on declare state of emergency.
That is where the problem is. And I've just Mama o insinuansua ya dia ebano. So if President Mahama says that yendu hoye mercury any heavy metals eco contaminate your soil any yensua will it take some few hours days or it will have time for the president, it will match with the president. Mercury na and now heavy metals na eco assassin na ekomwa 50 years a month, a criminal. A bit now, then Ghana Mampeni Ako marching. Oh, Ghana's president says, let's go slowly. So, Mercury, I'm also entering the soil slowly. It doesn't work that way.
But he says he's fighting.
What fighting?
Or you saw other means, other methods.
Most of the plans out there is what former President Akufo-Addo put in place. There were a lot of task forces. There were a lot of bans in some areas. It's the same modus we have applied, and it's not working. And where we are moving towards Endrana Measure. My Ghana's most beautiful other, and one of the judges, one lender, not in Finfino. Girls no mienu bako, Asante girl no sika obeya ba Galamsey. Now the other girl from Northern region, Asaki also be also be about something about the lands and how we are polluting the land, how we are putting away our culture to even protect ourselves. Sister no, she was very clear that this thing these girls are doing is a serious national issue. And if we don't take Galamsey seriously, we will pay for it dearly. I'm quoting her word. Ghana will pay for it dearly. Minioba, if we joke, we will pay for it dearly. It is a president can say, we are not ready for that. Freeze activities. When you freeze activities, everybody now knows that it's a no-go area. And then the measures we are talking about, put them into place. Western Regional Minister, Honorable Joseph Nelson. I am a classmate was his form. On a land minister, Echo Uncle Branesono. Mitiomu another sister station. And my classmate expressly said that we need to have presence here and comb the place 24/7. I'm quoting my classmate, the Western Regional Minister statement, that we need to have presence here. That means we need to have presence on the Ankobra and comb there 24/7. What does that mean? Which means I'll say to me, waha. Now, if you have to be there 24/7 and comb the place, under which legal principle are you going to be there? Under which potent legal law? It's not under state of emergency. So we know what we want to do, but we are not applying the right measure, and that's the problem. This NAMOS and whatever they are doing, what is soldier for Kaho? Under normal circumstances, to deploy the military, if it's police and forestry, prison for fine, but to deploy the military for internal activities, you must go beyond a certain legal potent, and that should be a state of emergency. Even that NAMOS together with the military in Ukraine, if you test the law, it could be found wanting. But you have added them. So place an emergency. Then let's know that it's an emergency. Deploy the forces that are needed. Then citizens will know that it's very important. On 22nd September, Yebra Sekun Kruma, former president Kruma Eba, all Kano, also only 1 or 2 military officers, he wanted to understand. Into no more, and some making a baby because I need to quote baby me petition with him. Into Seku smoking, a woman speaker, kind of say, I've quoted Seku. Seku was clear that he's talked to some military officers, and it's not like when they go in, they are going to shoot and kill. But when there's a state of emergency, then they are empowered as the military to do what is good. And then he gave a caveat that Namum, so when him said for Abahai Bedijuma, Abomine Hobine, and recalcitrant citizens go in there and they go and face off, and there's a casualty, is part of it. And I agree. Hey, what's on pa, Ubi Juma, Kaka Binya no bidi. Mr. Lawyer, Ubi Famina Mikoye Juma, Kakamia, Obian Jamaica, and I made a meeting baby, especially yeah, litigation lawyers, no, yeah, corporate, yeah, commercial, and no, Obiame fire, we are not paid. If I'm not doing a case for somebody and I don't have money, I'm around. But who, if you say, you go onto the river bodies, go into the forest, and you now 33 million citizens, your life into a serious health calamity. You are a recalcitrant citizen. And if under a state of emergency, you prove to be a recalcitrant citizen, a man must be capable of bearing the responsibility of your own consequences. Inti Mama Yen to say argument, to let it look like, they will go and shoot and kill people. Then we, the same citizens, we are crying of a disease and we are not ready to take the medicine. I also,